everyone. It's 8 o'clock. If you're out there and you're joining me, give me a shout. Let me know you're out there. If you're catching this live, if you're watching this on a replay, also definitely drop me a hashtag replay. And if you are catching this, please give me a shout. Let me know where you're joining me from, because I know we have an amazing group of women here from different states, different countries, time zones, all kinds of things. I know some of you are traveling. Some of you are finally back in the swing of things after the first of the year. I apologize now for my crying fur child. Declan. Hi. Yeah. Okay. I think he got lost. All right, so kind of back on track here. So I'm gonna give everybody just a minute to get on. Welcome to 2020. Happy New Year. I am super excited to have all of you joining me tonight. I have lots of fun things to talk about. Everything from what I'm gonna dub my 3 C's to success to help you set up a happy, healthy, and hopefully amazing 2020, brand new decade, brand new year. And not that you have to wait for the year to start to ever start your journey. I don't want you to think that just because it's New Year's, like, oh my gosh, now let me make my resolutions and my intentions and do all of these things. You can start whenever you're ready. Okay, we each have this soul contract with our teachers, with our coaches, with the universe, and we're drawn one day or another. It's just a matter of when you decide to take action, because we all make decisions every day. We all make intentions, we make resolutions, we say we want to do things, and that's amazing. Making the decision is the first step to success. However, if we never do anything about our decisions, you're never going to get anywhere. So that is why my word for 2020 is action, because I find myself making lots of goals and decisions and saying I want to do things, and then I don't do it. I get too busy with work and family and 100 other things I've got going on. I'm just tired. You have those nights where you want to veg out, and then I don't do it. So yes, making decisions is well and good. Making goals is well and good, but they're nothing without taking action. So again, so my word for 2020 is action. And I kicked it off. Well, I guess technically it was New Year's Eve, so I don't know if you want to call it kicking it off. But I kicked it off by running my first ever half marathon. So if you guys were around back in November, you saw me make that commitment. I went live, I put it in my stories, in my posts. I decided to get some skin in the game. I made the commitment to all of you that I was gonna run a half marathon, that I was gonna train, that I was gonna set it up. Hey, Sarah, how are you? I saw that little heart pop up. And I did it. And that's huge, because again, like I said, we make decisions, and buddy, we make decisions and we decide we want to do things, but we don't take action on them. So that's going to be the step one. You have to take action. He's going to knock all of this stuff that I want to show you off this couch. So like I said, tonight I want to talk about my 3 C's, and then I'm going to go into some other stuff. So if you're joining me, you're going to get a little bonus action. So the first thing I want to talk about, and this is a big one for me today, is courage. Okay? So courage, it's getting out of your comfort zone, getting out of that place of fear. It's having more faith than fear. Okay, and that's huge. And for me, I was always not very good at that, and I would mask that a lot. Okay, so I mean, looking at the last decade for me, I've seen myself, so basically I turned 30 this past year. So I kind of look at it like that was my 20s. That was the whole decade, okay? And I did a lot of things that I'm not necessarily proud of, but they helped me grow into who I am now. But I never took chances. I never had the courage to chase my dreams. I always played it safe. I was always told, you work a 9 to 5, do your job. You need to make sure you have a retirement plan set up. You don't travel here. You go to bed at a certain time. You do this, you do that. It was very structured, and I think that's why I rebelled. I mean, I was 21 years old. I moved out of my house. I stopped living under my parents' roof because that old adage of, if you're under my roof, you have to do this. Yeah, didn't fly so much. I became very massively into drinking because I thought it was the cool thing to do, and I thought it was good for me. With my anxiety and depression, by turning to alcohol, it actually masked that a lot. It made me feel a lot more free and cooler than I was, rather than addressing what I had going on. I was a workaholic because I always believed I didn't have enough money. I didn't have enough things. You had to work to work to work to work. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, okay? So don't anybody get me wrong. It's not a bad thing, but it's not what I want. But I didn't know that. And until I went through my rock bottom almost 3 years ago, I didn't know what I wanted. I did exactly as I was told, exactly as society made me feel. You need to get a job. You need to have a boyfriend. You should get married. Get ready to have kids. You're 20-something years old. This is the way life works. Have a white picket fence. Oh my gosh, I can keep ticking them off, but I'm not going to. My life didn't play out that way. I never finished college. Like I said, I had my issues with alcohol. I was a workaholic. I didn't really bounce jobs too much. That was at least the one steady thing in my life. I put up with a relationship I never should have in hindsight, but hey, that's 2020. Again, I had anxiety, I had depression, all things you didn't talk about. You didn't go to therapy, you didn't do this, you didn't do that. It wasn't the way, hey, Anya, thanks for jumping on. You didn't do those things. So that was my last decade. Again, that was all playing it safe, staying in my comfort zone. And what did that get me? Boom, 3 years ago, mind blown. That's what it got me. I lived in this very sheltered little life, did exactly what I thought was right, what I was told, what society's standards were, and I didn't do what I wanted. And that builds up over time. That will build up until finally you snap one way or another. So that's why my first C is going to be courage. Okay, I want you guys to have the faith, to have the excitement, to have the just gumption to go get what you want, okay? Stop living in this bubble, in this comfort zone. I mean, I'm not telling you to do anything that's obviously unsafe for you, so don't get me wrong, but I want you to get out there. If there's something you've had on your mind, a decision that you've made, something you've always wanted to do, somewhere you wanted to go, what are you honestly waiting for? What's holding you back? What is stopping you? I mean, for me, a lot of my stuff that when I need to get out of my own comfort zone, it's really just getting out of my own way. And it's having the faith in myself that I can go out and do it. I mean, if you told me 5 years ago, hey, Pam, go out and run a half marathon, I would have laughed at you. I would have said, I don't have the time. I work too much. Oh, my body's not in that kind of shape anymore. Again, I don't have time. I don't have a place to run. I don't have X, Y, Z. Again, bullshit. I just made the time. I mean, I was still able to work my regular work hours. I was still able to have a life, still able to see my boyfriend, hang out with my cat, go out to dinner with friends. I was still able to go home and see family for the holidays. And guess what? I still managed to go out on New Year's Eve, early, bright and early, and run 13.1 miles. I trained. I made the time for it. I stopped making excuses. And I believed I could do it. Okay? And I did it. And now look at this year. I mean, amazing things are coming, things I never would have done. I mean, I got asked to teach at a retreat in Bali to not only broaden my own mindset, but to bring yoga to these amazing other women. I never would have thought I was going to Bali. Get out of here. So yes, I'm going to travel. I'm going to see new things. I'm super excited. I want to do my first Spartan race in April. Probably going to get my ass kicked, but I'm going to train for it and do it anyways because it's something I always wanted to do. And again, I watch these people do it, and I'm going to get there. It's going to happen. I mean, I have 100 other things lined up on my plate, but it all starts with taking action. So the first thing is have the courage to go get what you want. Have the courage to chase your dreams. Don't let anyone ever stop you. No matter how crazy, how silly, how shoot for the moon it is, go get your spacesuit. Go do it. I'm telling you, it's amazing. So that is my first C. Okay, so that's courage. Now, my second C is commitment. That is that word that no one really likes. So my second C is commitment. And commitment can consist of a lot of things, okay? So for me, commitment, it's all about getting skin in the game, okay? You've all heard that phrase. It's about getting and taking action. So once you've made a decision, once you've gotten the courage to say, I want to do this, I want to take on this challenge, I want to travel, I want to, okay, now make the commitment. Do it. Put it out there. Like I said, that's why that half marathon, if I didn't share it with you guys, I probably would have got up on Tuesday and been like, I'm good. I'm going back to bed. But I said I was going to do it. So I had to train every day. I had to do the right things. I had to eat right, drink lots of water, eat the damn salad, do all the things. And guess what? I went and did it. And I ran my half marathon. I mean, how amazing. And that sense of pride and accomplishment, it blew my mind, and it's making me want to do more because I love how I felt. But it all started with commitment. It all started with deciding I'm going to do it, and I signed up for it. I invested the money in it. So whatever actions you want to take, start making the commitments. Start taking on the small goals that lead to the big goals. Start signing up for things. Start taking classes. Start changing your habits and share them. Okay? I cannot tell you how much of a difference it makes to share your commitments. And it doesn't have to be globally like I did. I put it all out there for the entire world to see. I'm not telling you to do that. I mean, you can. But hey, if you need someone to share your commitments with, I'm right here. Feel free to DM me anytime you want and say, hey, Pam, I'm going to do this because I'll hold your ass to it. I promise you. Tell your mom, tell your husband, tell your small child, because there's nothing like your child going, aren't you going to do that? To have you go, oh, and then you feel like crap. I'm telling you, nothing like a small child. My nephew can guilt trip anybody. Nothing like a small child to hold you to it. Like I said, tell that one coworker at the office that drives you crazy, that like nitpicks all those little things. That person will keep you accountable. I'm telling you. So that's why my big second C here is commitment. Okay. So if you've been with me now, I've gone over courage. I have gone over commitment. And now my last big C for success, the last big one that I want you to think about for 2020 is community. Okay. Now this one, it took me, I really wanted to figure out how I wanted to say that, so I was kind of happy it landed into my C theme. But it's all about support. It's all about having a community of like-minded people, of like-minded light bringers and positive vibes and wonderful women who can help you get there. And that's what I really want to drive in this group, is the sense of community. I am loving the engagement lately. I am loving how much you guys are getting on top of things. You're sharing stories. You're talking to each other in the comments. I'm loving how you're helping each other. And that's the big one. Because like I said, once you go ahead and get the courage to take on your decision and take action, to make a commitment, it's having a support system that's going to change the game. Okay? So by being a part of not only this community, but I mean, whatever you have. If you go to the gym and you participate in that, if you have a yoga studio that maybe you're not doing it online, but you're doing it there, that's cool too. But it's having a community. It's having a support system that can be there to continue to motivate and push and help you. Hey, Sheila, thanks for popping on. If I'm missing any of you, if you're jumping in here, definitely give me a shout. Let me know you're out there. You can, give me a wave or an emoji or tell me where you're from, anything you got going on. And if any of this is resonating, definitely drop that in the comments. Don't be shy. So again, I'm talking all about 2020. So the first C I went over in big time was courage. Okay. The next one was commitment. And right now I'm talking about community. So again, it's this like-minded support system, this beautiful, breathing, living mass of women that are here to hold you accountable. They're here to motivate you, help you strive for your dreams, and get you there. Okay. So when you put all of that together, like I said, you make all of these decisions, you make all of these goals, you set yourself up, whether it's 2020, it's next Monday, it's on your birthday, whatever it is, whenever you decide to take action, that's how you do it. Okay. You got to get out of your comfort zone. You got to take the leap of faith and you got to go, okay, I'm going to do this. Then you got to make the commitment, choose the event, choose the sign up, choose the trip, choose one way to get some skin in the game and share it. I'm telling you, it makes a world of difference, because when you accomplish it, that sense of accomplishment, that sense of pride, it's like another addiction. You're going to get to a point where you're like, I want to feel that more often. And that's when you're going to take on more goals. You're going to start striving for more. You're going to start doing more. And you're just going to set yourself up for success. I'm telling you. And like I mentioned, community. Use this group to hold you accountable. Use it to motivate you. Use the trainings. Watch the videos. If you can't find them in the group, subscribe to my YouTube page. Every video, everything I've done is on that YouTube page. Easy, accessible, it's there, and I update it all the time. Most of even these videos I've been starting to throw into there. So check that out. You can have it with you all the time, and that's the beauty of it, is you don't need to go to a classroom. You don't need to go to a studio. You don't need to go somewhere. I am here with you all the time. You get me as your personal accountability partner all the time. And even more so for the women that work with me in the challenges that I've been starting in those private, small niche Facebook groups, they're getting that personal accountability all the time. Because just like this, I'm with them all the time. I'll answer your questions. I'll get back to you. We'll jump in. The one-on-one programs I have, I am with you all the time. But you got to take the commitment. You got to take the action. You got to get involved. I can't do that for you. I can plant the seed. I can twist the arm, but I can't actually make you do it. So I'm telling you now, you want to change your life, get out of your comfort zone, have the courage to do it, make a commitment, try one of the challenges, grab the one-on-one program. You've had that money waiting to invest. You just like, this is your chance. Do you want to change, or do you want to just stay in that same safe bubble that I talked about earlier? I mean, honestly, what do you want? You have to decide. So now tonight, what I also wanted to do, being as it's 2020, I did want to talk a little bit about a few other things coming up. So to support you in your courage, commitment, and community quest, I highly recommend doing a few things. It's getting together some new habits, maybe a morning routine, an evening routine, getting yourself rolling on those new habits that are going to support your journey, okay? Again, it's taking action on what you want to do. One of my big things is my planner. This is my weekly, monthly planner. I really love this one. It's called a Smart Planner. I actually got it on a beta test. There was a girl in another group who made these, and she wanted to know what we thought about them, how they would work. So she was like, I'll send you one. I just want you to check it out. And now I bought two because I loved it so much. I like that it comes blank. I like that it comes all, can you see that? Yeah. I like that it comes all set up so you can just start it whenever you want, okay? You don't have to start it on January 1st. You're not limited to this journal. So if you fill up this whole thing, maybe you write a little bigger, you write some more, you can buy a new one whenever you want. It's not dated, so take advantage of that. You can put in your goals up in here. You can put all your days, so your routine. You can track different things. Everything can go in here, which is really nice. I've talked about this 100 times. Journaling. Okay. There's different kinds of journaling. I am going to do a workshop training thingamabobber this month. I'm going to go back to talking about bullet journaling again. So if that is something that you're into, that's what I love to do. Definitely catch that. I'm going to put that calendar. If you're signed up for the newsletter, you'll get that Sunday with all those times and dates and things. And I'll also create the event invites. But I highly recommend signing up for the monthly newsletter because it's going to have all of these things coming out of my head in one place for you. So if you haven't signed up for that, I will drop the link in the comments here. Definitely take advantage of that. It's going to come out every Sunday. It's going to have a weekly fun short yoga video, something to help you apply to your week. I'll put some journaling prompts in there. It's going to have healthy recipes. People ask for self-care tips and tricks. So not just like your average massages and pedicures, but other little things you can do to really take care of yourself. People are asking about habits, stories, things like that. So I definitely took all of those polls that you guys participated in, and I made one happy, lovely newsletter. And you guys wanted a weekly one, so you were getting a weekly one. And I thought Sundays would be really great because it's kind of the start of the week. That's your self-care day. You'll have the time to read it and digest it without being on the run. So yeah, totally take advantage of that. Sign up for that. And like I said, the first one's coming out this Sunday. So you still have a couple days to sign up so you don't miss an issue. So that's happening. And like I said, I want to start building you guys to start seeing what you like, what you enjoy. Like I said, starting to take care of yourself, doing a little movement, little mindset work, start jamming for 2020. So if you're ready to make the commitment, you're ready to start turning things over. Maybe you're not sure what your goals are. Maybe you're like, oh my God, I keep seeing all this goal setting and it's overwhelming. That's okay. That happens to me too. I mean, my coach just gave me this giant sheet. And I love her to death, so Susie, don't take it to heart. But she gave me this giant sheet, and she wants me to break down my goals into it's like a 20-sheet process. A little overwhelmed, but I'm doing it only because, yeah, I want to start seeing what I want to do. I want to start envisioning and manifesting and creating this. And I love the fact that I can now break this down, whereas before I used to keep it all in here, and then I would just one thing after another, and nothing would get done. So like I said, I talked about commitment. I'm going to do the form. I'm going to set it up. I'm going to be ready to rock. I'm going to take the courage to get out of my comfort zone. So like I said, I'm no longer just going to make decisions, make goals, and willy-nilly they all stay stuffed in here. Stuff is coming out. It's going to happen. I'm going to start rocking it. You're going to see it too, because you are all going to get sucked into my madness. It'll be more fun with my assistant Declan, who's kind of passed out back here. You say that? Yeah. Aww. And we're going to have some fun. So those are my 3 C's for tonight. Like I said, courage, commitment, and community. All this fun stuff, like I said, I highly recommend getting yourself some tools to start staying organized, to start getting this stuff out of your head and on paper. Because as you start writing things down, and again, you can add this to your gratitude list and your habits trackers and things like that. But when you start putting your goals and dreams and hopes on paper, that's when you're going to start seeing what you want. You're going to start already being there, and that's when the good's going to start coming in. You're going to start making space for all of that stuff to come in, because you're no longer stuffing it into the dark recesses of your mind and forgetting it's there. Okay, so I highly recommend doing that, getting your journal. And I would love to do a vision board workshop this month too. So for those of you who have never vision boarded before, who would be down for doing a vision board workshop? Anybody? Drop that in the comments. If you're catching the replay, drop that in. I would love to do that too. And we can do it as an old-fashioned vision board / digital. I kind of prefer digital, so maybe I'll make a poll about that just to see how we're going to do it. We'll see who's more into the digital as opposed to the old-fashioned magazine cuts and glue kind of a thing. And like I said, all of this information, these different videos, ways to help get you started on your journey to 2020, all of this is going to start this Sunday in your newsletter. So go ahead and sign up for that. I said I would put that link in here and I didn't do it. Like I said, invest in the tools, start making the commitments, and start going. Oops, that's not a question mark. Weekly newsletter, sign up. Oh no, I don't want to end. Oops. Okay, let me see if that worked. I think that was the link. Oh, maybe it wasn't. Usually, oh, there it is. Ha, it worked. I got it. We're good. So go ahead and sign up for that. Like I said, you can sign up for that anytime. But if you don't want to miss an issue 1 comes out this Sunday. So if you've got that inkling inside of you that's, I want to change, I want to start doing certain things, I want to start working on things, I want the tools, I want the information, I want the support and accountability, I want the community, sign up for it. What are you waiting for? It's a free newsletter to boot. Like, you're not getting anything, you're not going to get anything if you don't sign up. So I'm not trying to pressure you. I just want you to go ahead and take advantage of it. I want you to start taking on your hopes and dreams. I want you to start getting out of your comfort zone and get some skin in the game. Come join me. So like I said, that's the first big action I want you guys to take. And like I said, putting you on the clock, 3 days, make it happen. So if you've been waiting and debating and hanging out, right there, grab that link. Like I said, if you're catching this later on, definitely let me know. Drop a hashtag replay. If you have any questions, comments, things come up, anything, you can drop them in here. And like I said, if you're starting to make commitments, you're curious, you want to know more, maybe you want to work together, you're feeling it, send me a direct message. Check out the website. You can grab that as you sign up for the newsletter. You can go right across the top, hit work with me. You can see all the fun things. If you're ready to transition, you're taking on this new decade just like I am, you're ready to take action, make the commitments, get out of your comfort zone, we can do this together. So if you're ready, watch my journey, keep going. I'm going to keep sharing with you. I'm going to keep telling you the things I'm doing. And if you want to get on the bus here, I'm ready for you. I've got room. So go ahead, take a look at that. And I love you all. Have an amazing Friday. Have an amazing weekend. And I will touch base with you, I'm sure. Probably pop in here live at some point this weekend anyways. But definitely have an amazing weekend. And don't forget to play a little, okay? Mwah. Love you all.